I must admit, mixing drum and bass is loads of fun, as in truth there seems to be loads that can go wrong, especially for more inexperienced DJs. And what I mean by this is perhaps the song playing is busy the whole way through, basically giving you no place to bring in your new song cleanly. Or perhaps you're going for the perfect mix and then the exiting song kicks back in and makes everything sound messy. Or maybe your new song has no intro, giving you next to no time to beat match and basically do a clean transition. So in this video, I'm going to cover everything needed to DJ drum and bass on the same level as the pros and basically point out the things you need to watch out for and also be careful of. Now, I'm going to start by showing you the most basic way to mix it, but stick around as by the end of this video, you're going to know how to loop, how to use effects for your advantage, and also how to beat match songs that are definitely over 70 BPMs apart. So I've got a pretty cool trick here that you may or may not be aware of. So something someone showed me a long time ago, which is cool. So this is a huge video, and in truth, as one of my followers recently said, they can't believe this stuff is for free. So anyway, so hopefully I can, keep up to that standard. So anyway, enjoy as things are starting to get explosive around here. So anyway, so let's start with what are you most likely already doing, and the good old trusty hit play where you wish to bring it in mix. So let's say this is playing now, okay, and what heaps of people do, they match the BPMs, that's all cool, right? And they just wait for the chorus to drop off and hit play, okay? And I'll be honest, let's have a listen. Okay, so here it is, I got my volume up, straight up. They probably just do this. Okay, and that's cool. Okay, and a lot of people just do that, it just drops off the hit play. As you may know by now, I'm more into kind of like mixing in over the end of the chorus, okay? So how about we do the same mix, but what I'll do is see how the man dropped off. It took a while to kick in. If I come in a little bit back from the chorus, okay, give myself some time to mix in, then when it drops off, this hopefully kicks in a bit quicker, makes the mixes a lot tight. Don't get me wrong, I used to hit play where I was bringing it in, but I think what I'm about to show you now is a lot better. So you could go set a Q8 or 16 bars back from the end of the chorus. Here I'm coming in, which part you bring in, that's another thing, but we'll get to that as it goes. But let's say I'm coming in. Okay. I actually really like this music, okay? It's good. Cool, beat match. And the advantage of that is I can tease a little bit of it in, kicks back in, and now I can be careful of this, maybe just control with the EQ a bit. Okay, and that's the one I like doing. I might roll this out. This is gonna kick. Beautiful. Okay, cool. Let's go to the next one. Okay, I might do the same thing. That means, see, how much of the song you play, it's your call completely, okay? See, I'm looking at the waveform here, and if I come in here, which a lot of people do, to be honest, my intro might not be that long. We've still got like a minute of big stuff here. So if I actually hit play there, this song might start kicking in the middle of the main part here. So what I do is if I go find the breakdown here, put a Q8 or 16 bars earlier, and I come in, I've got a little bit of chance to mix in over the end of the chorus, then it drops off and my new song comes in. Coming into the break, probably one of the most common mixes of all time. And but then the big thing is, this is where it gets more advanced in my online course actually. What part of the song do you put in after the break? That's another thing. Like I go into a build up, I can actually get really, really creative. But for now, I'm just coming from the start. Okay, here we go. Beat match. 2, putting a build in, solid. Okay, and that's just coming in over the end. Okay. Okay, we've got some other cool stuff coming in, like looping in and all that. This one, maybe it's more EQ work. Let's see. Oh, no, okay. This one, this is the BPM jump, okay? I'm going to pause this for a sec just to talk about it. So, a lot of people, they're like what happens is they might think this one's 87 beats per minute and this one's 174. But if you do your maths on that, okay, 87 times 2 actually equals 174. So what happens is I could beat match that. So that means, say you some of the dubstep too, like some people like use it 70 beats per minute or 140. And I'm not even going to enter that debate, but what happens, it doesn't really matter, you know what I mean? It's just, I guess, how the software's analyzed it. But the thing is, right, 70 and 140, well, they can be beat matched, you know what I mean? So this here, I notice with drum and bass a lot, like you have some that is like 87, it's probably like half beat, and this one's a bit faster, but they've kind of got similar feels, and it's, you'll notice this will come in. So this one here, it's 87, that's 174. But because it's exactly half, so 90 and 45, not that there's such a thing, or 90 and 180, or 150, you know, so this is, even though the math seems a little bit harder, but 87 is half of 174. So I'll give you an example, okay? Okay, cool. And I've just got a cue, I think 16 back. Now, I don't know, if you're looking, if you're a line matcher, the grids are going to be moving at different speeds and all that. You're going to have to know how to beat match using your ears to do this. Okay? Cool. Right? You didn't even notice. Hey. It's going to kick back in. But this isn't doing a lot. If I want to, I go to isolator, get the personality only. Let's have a listen. Yeah, okay. That's what that is. I'd never do that live, I'm showing you guys. But this is going to kick. Yeah. Maybe I could have pulled that back a little bit harder, but that's alright. Okay. Okay, excellent. So there we go. Let's go to the next one. Okay, cool. Now that I'm at this 87, I'm just going to do another one around that same BPM. Okay. Now again, well, I could come in here. It's before a break. Let's see what happens. Now let's say I really like the intro from the beginning here. Maybe I could loop it back. Okay. And then I can just release the loop so I can beat match. Going back to the first beat. Actually, I didn't release the loop. That didn't sound like a good place to bring it in. So I've got it underneath. I'm going to go back to this one. This did not seem like a good place to mix it. So I might just fade it. And people, it's funny. Say that happens. If I had brought this one in properly with the bass, people might go, I love it when DJs do that. They're teasing in their new song. But it could be a mistake, right? I just came in at the wrong point. But you see now, I've still got my loop there. It's all beat matched. It's ready. It's just when do I exit the loop? So I might try again now. Let's give it a go. More about when I want to exit. There's not a lot going on here. I might let go one more. Okay, I'm going to exit on the next one. 8, 2, 3, 4, 1. I'm going to start, I'm committing now. I'm gonna roll it. Cool. See, that's another thing too. I could have left this one in, but then sometimes maybe you just want to kind of do a trigger mix. That was one I talked about in my different types of transition videos, where it's like you come in over the end of the chorus, you roll the other one out, and you let this one come in harder. And by creating space for you to do something come in harder, it can be more effective, especially with songs that, you know, have that very powerful intro. How about I do another one of those ones now? Let's give it a go. I could just come in there and set a loop. I like doing that. Could tease it.
Universe.
Actually.
The other side of nature's crystalline coin.
And in this case,
tearing at the very fabric of our reality. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves as I present to you Chaos Theory.
okay, it's going to be a while till I can mix. There's too much going on. So I'll fast forward to the end of this big bit. Actually, you know what? This one seems to be doing weird stuff with the phrasing. If you're not sure when in doubt, do a good old hit play where you bring it in. It's your safest mix. And then just get this one out. I'll show you. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now I'm going back to 174, 687 to 874, and now I'll show you another thing. It's pretty good. Actually, I'm going to come in there. Okay. Now, this is probably more knowing your songs, but I'm going to contradict myself. I'm going to come in and put something on top of the chorus, maybe a vocal. I'll go to isolator, grab the vocal. See, that's the vocals. And that's kind of fun. You can put different stuff. I'm using the isolator on the EQ, just taking the vocal here, but this is going to drop off. I'm going to make a commitment and I'm going to go to this song. I see this one's going to start building, and as it does, I roll back. Just so you like that sound, I'll just show you. Starting to get messy, it's getting busy, I'm peeling back, I'm blending back. And now I've blended that so far back that you didn't hear that. And now this kicks. Okay, right? And what I did there, man, well, the chorus wasn't that intense. There wasn't that much going on. So I thought, you know what, let's go grab the vocal, put it on top of that. I just used the isolator, put all the other frequencies back. So we just had like the vocal, the melody, right? And that was actually really cool. Okay, now we'll go back and I think we'll do a couple of trigger mixes now that I spoke about. That means coming in, doing more aggressive mixes, getting this one out. So coming in over the end of the chorus, rolling this one out, this one kicks in. Okay. Okay. And then, yeah, so that one kind of came in. I just had to pull that one back. Maybe I could have gone a bit earlier, but you get the concept. I came in, and instead of like letting there be like two stuff, sometimes if you think that your new song's going to kick in hard, maybe just sort of instead of waiting for the one for it to drop off and then kind of control it, if you think you just want to do more of an aggressive mix, come in over the top, roll that one out, bang. That's called trigger mixing. Check out my how to mix like 5 different types of transitions, I think it's called. But okay, I think we'll do another one of those, one more. Okay. Let's see what happens here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. A bit late. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see. Cool, we'll do one more of those. Okay, that's fun. Yeah. Okay. So that's the thing. Yeah, you just sort of have fun with your DJing, and let's say I'm having fun now, even if some of the transitions aren't quite perfect. Like, I'm just sort of jamming through it, and then if you kind of like, let's say you're playing live and you don't quite pull it off like how you normally would. To be honest, if it looks like you're having fun, it doesn't really matter. You just like, that's the main thing, that you have fun and you're passionate about what you do. I think that translates really well when playing live. And I'll be honest, right? Like I've only played this through once really, because it's just freestyling for YouTube to give you guys something, and you know, I just sort of have fun doing that. It makes it a little bit more raw and a bit authentic, I feel. But what I find is when I was playing this morning, I don't have to watch volume. See, right now I've got to keep it quite soft on my end so I can talk over it without yelling. But when I'm pumping it, like I can feel it a lot more, and then I hop on and start doing these videos, and sometimes I do make mistakes, and I just think sometimes you just sort of roll with it, you know? And you should feel the same way about yourself. Stop giving yourself a hard time. You know what I mean? Just, you know, it's more of an attitude, but I guess you build confidence with practice. And anyway, let's give it a go now. Okay, now coming over the end. Trigger mix. Okay, cool, and it's just creating space for that one to come in. Okay, all in all, when crafting a drum and bass set, you want to think about atmosphere and energy. So even though it's fun to mix really quickly, right, and basically keep the energy constant, it is important to understand that drum and bass can be pretty full on at times, and you want to bring it back from like just basically from time to time, and perhaps play the breakdowns like I just did then. I came in and then I brought it back before building in. See, what a lot of people do is they just basically go, they mix in, so it goes to the drop, then they mix into the break, then they go to the drop, then they go to the drop, then they mix into the build up, then drop into a build up, and it can just get pretty intense. And so what you want to do is, if you just by occasionally letting your song breathe, and basically, you know, this means especially for the big songs as well. Say you've got a big song, you kind of pull it in, maybe play it from the start, just do that from time to time. It's going to actually make the drops a little bit bigger, and it's going to add a little bit of dynamics to the flow of your set. Now, also, if you have really well-known famous songs, right, with well-known intros, practice looping the intro and teasing it in under the chorus, and then exit the loop so your new song comes in at the right time every time. So anyway, I've got heaps of that on my course. Okay, these videos are just more like freestyling, show it can be done, but in the course I break it down a lot more. So speaking of phrasing quickly though, this basically means you've got to bring in your new track in like at the right time, all the time, every time. And if you're mixing at home and you find that some of your mixes line up, but it's not always lining up, you need to step back a bit and basically get some formal training. Like, phrasing isn't just learning to count, it needs to be conditioned. And in my online course, I have these killer conditioning exercises that follow a sequence that will basically have you mixing like a pro within an hour. It's like, they're proven. But these videos I'm doing now, they're just sort of me jamming, but you just get to a stage where you can kind of make everything work, no matter what the genre, no matter what the gear. And, you know, basically, why learn the hard way and that is taking bits from here and bits from there and hoping you can put it all together and basically make sense of it. And instead, you need like having some structure, and I can do that for you, but that is if you can trust me to be your teacher. Anyway, I'll link it in below. Check it out for yourself. But anyway, this video has been loads of fun for me, and if you like this, like stick around. I have similar videos coming up on how to mix trap, how to mix dubstep, and even videos on how to craft the perfect playlist for your live performances. So anyway, you guys are the best. Love you lots. Namaste.